Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Monday the 9th of February. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see on Friday we gave back the gains that had been made on Thursday, just as we had given back the gains made on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we've got this sort of M-shaped pattern on the 4-hourly chart, which to me is a real sign of a potential weakness, and we could see a continuation to the downside. However, we have some short-term targets just above us at 113.70 and 113.80, so there is a potential we could rally up to these points, but I say potential. At the moment it looks relatively weak to me overall, and we could just break the prior lows here and work down to last month's lows, which was sitting around the 111 area, so there is a potential for that to occur. At the moment though, we'll just see how it rolls. On this 4-hourly, it's sort of a bear flaggy sort of pattern coming on. As I say, there is a slight bit of upside potential. If those levels are hit, I'd probably be shorting into those levels, 113.70 to 13.80, and I remain bearish below those levels. If we did see any sort of rally back up to Thursday's highs, well, maybe changing my ideas for a short while at least. Okay, so let's look at the pound dollar. So pound dollar gave back its most of its Thursday's gains, not all of them. It still looks the more bullish of the European currencies at the moment. We do have a couple of downside targets for the pound dollar though. Well, it's a bit of conflict. I've got a short-term upside target, then the weekly pivot sits there at 151.95, so a reasonable chance of that being hit. At the moment, it's sort of into sort of bear flag territory in this intermediate time frame. Looking at the hourlies here, and well, same sort of thing. If we see a break of these lows here, if I just draw a trend line across the lows here, I could be quite bearish there, looking right down for Friday's lows and beyond. I would like to see that 152.69.70 area taken out first, in which case I'd be erring still fractionally towards the bearish side this morning. We'll see how we go, but certainly if we break that trend line I've drawn on there, I'll be certainly bearish down towards the daily R1 at 151.86 sort of area. Okay, news-wise, we haven't got anything for the euro or the pound. We have got G20 meetings today, and of course we've got the Greek situation that's going on. There's a special meeting later this week, which is will be mentioned on the calendar once that's completed. Okay, looking at the dollar yen. This is a currency I've just found particularly difficult of late to be trading. Maybe we'll see some chances of trading it again. It's finally broken out of that huge consolidation period we've been sitting in. Huge update on Friday following the non-farm payrolls coming out so well. It's now sitting there, bull flag sort of position, but we have got potential continuation just to the downside for a little while at 118.41. If we can get that out of the way, it'd be good. And then maybe we may even get back into some sort of trend on this. I've got a couple of downside targets there, 118.51 and 41. So the downside targets there's potential. So if it does start strengthening, this is a bit of a. If it does get below, there's a little bit of a trend line going across here. If it starts breaking that trend line, I'd look at the short side potential for a short while, for an intermediate period, whilst those targets are hit. But after that, well, I'd look to probably look to the upside. Okay, and finally, let's have a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar to me looks quite messy. Friday, it gave back its earlier morning gains. Gave them back quite quickly, and it's certainly one of the weaker currencies. Still have an upside target for the pivot at some point if it does start breaking to the having a decent push up. But at this juncture, it's looking quite choppy and weak. It's quite a mess when you look at these charts, so it's sort of something I tend to keep out of when it's looking quite so messy. Got a couple of targets to the upside there. We've got the 78.17 area, which could be one of the upside targets. Actually, that is the upside target, apart from the monthly pivot, which if it were to start pushing up, I would look for that as a target at some point. At the moment, I'm relatively bearish. So in general, to summarize, euro certainly looking bearish with quite a lot of risk, some intermediate upside targets, but in the main looking for the downside. The pound is probably one of the exceptions. It could see some buying, but again, it may just get dragged down if we see some more dollar strength coming into play. And certainly the yen may be upside targets there, and the Aussie looking weak for now. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.